Welcome to the Stoic Golden Tribe, where timeless wisdom meets real-life strength, and where we uncover truths about love, relationships, and the kind of man you were meant to be. Today, we're diving into a topic every man should master: how to build a healthy relationship that lasts. If you want to understand what women truly value, how to communicate without losing your dignity, and how to create a love that grows stronger over time, you're in the right place. Before we begin, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join our exclusive membership for men who want to become unstoppable in love, life, and personal growth. Now, let's get started. Chapter 1. Building yourself first. The foundation of every lasting relationship. A healthy relationship does not begin with the woman. It begins with the man you become before she even enters your life. Most men rush into relationships hoping a woman will complete them, heal them, motivate them, or save them from loneliness. But a man who enters a relationship from emptiness will always create a relationship filled with insecurity, confusion, and emotional chaos. A lasting relationship is built on stability. And stability starts with you. A woman can sense a man who is grounded. She can sense a man who knows who he is. She can sense a man who has a direction, even if life is still unfolding. You don't need to be rich. You don't need to be perfect. But you must be a man who is growing, evolving, and standing on his own feet. Because here is the truth: no woman can respect a man who doesn't respect himself. And no woman can feel safe with a man who is emotionally fragile, reactive, angry, or unsure of where he's going. A lasting relationship is not built on romance. It is built on character. So what does it mean to build yourself first? Master your emotions. A man who cannot control his emotions will always destroy the peace in his home. A man who stays calm earns respect. Your calmness is power. Your emotional discipline is stability. Your silence in moments of chaos is leadership. Women crave emotional leadership, not dominance, not aggression, leadership. 2. Know your values. If you don't know what you stand for, you will fall for anything she demands. A man with values is a man she can trust. A man with boundaries is a man she can respect. A man with purpose is a man she can follow. 3. Build your life, not just your feelings. Too many men focus on how she makes them feel instead of what they are building. A lasting relationship requires structure, a mission, a vision, a routine, a standard. A woman feels secure when you have a life she can become part of, not a life that collapses the moment she walks away. 4. Heal before you love. Unhealed, trauma destroys good relationships. If you bring fear, jealousy, or emotional wounds into the relationship, they will eventually spill over. Work on yourself. Heal your past. Learn from your mistakes. Let go of what broke you. A healthy relationship needs a healthy man. And here is the powerful truth many men avoid: a woman cannot fix your wounds. She can only suffer from them. 5. Become a man who can walk away. This is the core of masculine strength. A relationship lasts when you are with her because you choose to be, not because you fear losing her. Neediness destroys attraction. Confidence builds trust. The man who fears being alone becomes easily manipulated. The man who is comfortable being alone becomes deeply respected. When you don't cling, she feels free to love you. When you don't beg, she feels inspired to give more. When you don't depend, she feels safe to stay. A healthy relationship is built by a man who can stand alone and still chooses partnership with clarity, not desperation. If you're receiving this message right now, I want you to think deeply. What part of your life do you need to strengthen first before you try to strengthen a relationship? Drop your thoughts below. I want to read them. Chapter 2. How to choose the right woman. Because the wrong one can destroy everything. A relationship doesn't fail because love disappears. Most relationships fail because men pick the wrong woman. A woman who is not aligned with their values, their purpose, their emotional needs, or their future. You cannot build a healthy relationship with someone who thrives on chaos. You cannot build peace with someone who is addicted to conflict. You cannot build trust with someone who doesn't respect your boundaries. The truth is harsh but freeing. A good woman will elevate your life. The wrong woman will drain your soul. And the difference between the two is not random. It is seen through signs, behaviors, and patterns that most men ignore because they are blinded by beauty, loneliness, or excitement. Let's break this down like warriors of wisdom. 1. Choose character over chemistry. Chemistry can make you feel alive, but character keeps your life from falling apart. A woman's beauty may attract you. Her softness may pull you in. Her smile may weaken your knees, but her character determines whether your life becomes peaceful or miserable. A woman with character apologizes when wrong, respects your boundaries, values loyalty, communicates honestly, supports your mission, wants to grow with you, not control you. Attraction is a spark. Character is the fire that keeps the home warm. 2. Watch how she handles conflict. The true face of a woman is revealed not in good times, but in chaos. A woman who screams, insults, or punishes you emotionally will eventually destroy your peace. A woman who listens, stays calm, and tries to solve problems is a partner, not an opponent. You can't build a lasting relationship with someone who fights to win instead of fighting to understand. Pay attention. Does she communicate to connect or communicate to control? 3. Look at how she treats others. A woman's kindness to you is not enough. How does she treat strangers, waiters, her friends, her family, people she doesn't need? A woman who is respectful and compassionate in all directions is likely to be that way in a relationship. But a woman who is rude, selfish, or dismissive will eventually treat you the same when her mask fades. Choose a woman who respects your purpose. Men with purpose attract 2 types of women: those who want to support the mission and those who want to compete with it. A woman who respects your purpose understands that your growth benefits both of you. She doesn't get jealous of your ambition. She doesn't undermine your goals. She doesn't try to distract you from your path. Instead, she stands beside you, encouraging your progress, not sabotaging it. A woman who fears your growth will try to shrink your world. A woman who loves your growth will walk with you into a bigger one. 5. Notice how she reacts to your boundaries. A healthy woman respects boundaries because she has her own. An unhealthy woman gets offended by boundaries because she wants control. If she becomes angry when you say no, if she tries to guilt trip you, if she tests your limits, if she pushes past what you are comfortable with, she's not prepared for a stable relationship. She is prepared for domination, not partnership. A woman who respects your boundaries respects you. 6. Choose a woman who can love. Without drama, love should feel peaceful, not exhausting, stable, not unstable, supportive, not suffocating. A woman who constantly creates drama, arguments, jealousy, or emotional pressure is not a partner. She's a storm. You cannot build a home in a hurricane. A lasting relationship requires emotional maturity, not emotional manipulation. 7. Pay attention to her long-term vision. A healthy relationship requires both of you to be walking in the same direction. Ask yourself, does she want growth, stability, inner peace, a future built on trust and teamwork? Or does she want thrills, attention, chaos, and constant emotional stimulation? Your futures must connect like 2 rivers, flowing into one strong stream. If her vision contradicts yours, the relationship will eventually fracture, no matter how much love there is. Maybe the hardest lesson for men: sometimes the woman you want the most is the one you must walk away from. Not because you don't care, but because you care about your future more than your feelings. Because peace is greater than passion. Because long-lasting love requires maturity, not intensity. Think deeply for a moment. What traits do you believe are most important in a woman who can build a lasting relationship with you? Share your thoughts below. I want to hear your perspective. Chapter 3. The Art of Communication, the lifeblood of a lasting relationship. Most men think communication is about talking, but real communication, type that builds a relationship that lasts decades, is about understanding, emotional discipline, timing, and wisdom. A relationship doesn't end because two people stop loving each other. It ends because two people stop understanding each other. A man who masters communication becomes a man who can guide the emotional climate of his relationship. He becomes the anchor, not the storm. Let's break down the essential elements of communication every man must master. 1. A man must listen to understand, not to defend. Most men listen only long enough to reply. But a woman doesn't want to debate, she wants to feel heard. When a woman speaks, she isn't always seeking a solution. Sometimes she is seeking connection, reassurance that you care enough to pay attention. If you interrupt, she shuts down. If you get defensive, she withdraws. If you minimize her feelings, she stops trusting you emotionally. But when you truly listen, calmly, without rushing, without reacting, something powerful happens. She opens up. She softens. She trusts your presence. Listening is not weakness. Listening is mastery. 2. A man must speak calmly even when he feels provoked. In the heat of conflict, the man who raises his voice loses the battle of leadership. A raised voice is a sign of lost control. Your calmness is not silence. Your calmness is strength. When she becomes emotional or upset, she is not testing your anger. She is testing your stability. If you remain centered, grounded, and unshaken, she sees you as dependable. If you become reactive, explosive, or defensive, she sees you as unsafe. A lasting relationship is not built on who wins arguments. It is built on a man who can remain calm while guiding the conversation to solutions. 3. Express your needs clearly. Without begging, blaming, or attacking, a man who bottles up his needs eventually explodes. A man who fears expressing himself eventually loses his identity. Healthy communication requires courage. Say what you need, say what you want, say what is bothering you, but say it with clarity, not chaos. Instead of, "You never listen to me," say, "I feel unheard when this happens and I want us to approach it differently." Instead of, "You're stressing me," say, "I need peace and clarity. Let's solve this calmly." Strong men communicate directly, without aggression, without fear, and without emotional collapse. 4. Set boundaries with dignity, not emotion. One of the deepest cores of masculine communication is the ability to set boundaries, not through yelling, not through threats, not through silent treatment, but through firmness. A boundary is not a fight, it is a declaration of what you will and will not tolerate. For example, "I won't continue this conversation if disrespect enters the room." "I don't accept yelling. Let's talk when we are both calm." "I value peace. If this becomes toxic, I will step away." A boundary is the guardrail that protects the relationship from falling into emotional chaos. A woman respects a man who can say no with strength and yes with intention. 18. Emotional validation. The secret. Every man overlooks. Men want solutions. Women want emotional acknowledgement. When she says, "You don't understand how I feel," she is not accusing you. She is revealing her emotional loneliness. Validate her without surrendering your standards. Say things like, "I understand why you feel this way. It makes sense you're upset. I hear you." These simple phrases can de-escalate 80% of conflicts. Validation is not agreeing with everything she says. It is simply letting her know you are emotionally present. 6. Stop using silence as a weapon, use it as wisdom. Some men run from conflict, some men shut down, some men punish their women with distance. This destroys trust. Silence should not be punishment. Silence should be strategy. Use silence when emotions are too high for progress. Use silence to think, not to manipulate. Use silence to protect the peace, not to control her. A wise man knows when to speak, and when the moment requires stillness. 7. Express appreciation without losing your masculinity. Many relationships die because men stop expressing gratitude. A woman who feels unappreciated becomes emotionally distant. You don't need to worship her. You don't need to flatter her constantly. But simple words like, "Thank you for doing that. I appreciate your effort. You mean a lot to me," can strengthen the emotional bond more than grand gestures. Masculine men do not fear tenderness, they use it wisely. 8. Know when to let go of a conversation. Not every discussion must be resolved immediately. Not every argument must end with agreement. Not every emotional storm must be chased. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is, "Let's continue this when we are both calm," or "I understand your point. Let's revisit it later." This is not avoidance. This is leadership. A man who knows when to pause prevents disasters. The long-term impact of masculine communication. If you master these skills, something extraordinary happens. Your woman becomes more open, more feminine, more trusting, more respectful, more connected, because she feels safe, not physically, but emotionally. A woman cannot surrender to love when she is emotionally starving. She cannot trust when she feels unheard. She cannot relax when she feels misunderstood. Masculine communication gives a woman the freedom to love you fully. Take a moment, brother. Think deeply about this question. Which communication skill do you need to improve the most to create a healthier relationship? Share it below. Your reflection matters. Chapter 4. How to maintain a lasting relationship. The daily habits of a strong, grounded man. Building a relationship is one thing. Keeping it healthy for decades is another. Many men start strong, generous, patient, present, and focused, but slowly lose themselves as the relationship continues, not because they stop loving their woman, but because they stop practicing the habits that once made them powerful, attractive, and grounded. A lasting relationship doesn't survive on memories. It survives on consistent behavior, masculine leadership, emotional discipline, and daily choices that build trust instead of damaging it. This chapter is about the long-term game, the practices every man must master if he wants a relationship that stands the test of time. Let's dive deep. 1. Keep being the man you were when she first chose you. A woman falls in love with a man's energy, not just his appearance. Many men change after commitment. They stop trying. They get comfortable. They let themselves go emotionally, mentally, physically, or spiritually. But the woman you're with didn't fall in love with a passive version of you. She chose the man who had purpose, drive, standards, mystery, confidence, discipline. A relationship loses passion when the man loses his fire. So the first rule of maintenance is simple: do not stop being the man who attracted her in the first place. 2. Keep your purpose alive. Don't let love destroy your mission. A man loses respect in a relationship when his world shrinks down to nothing but the woman. Love should elevate your purpose, not replace it. A woman feels safest with a man who is growing, focused and unstoppable, not a man who abandons his mission just to be available 24/7. Your purpose is the anchor of your masculine energy. Your purpose protects your identity. Your purpose keeps you disciplined. Without purpose, a man becomes emotionally dependent, and dependency kills attraction. Even in love, stay committed to your work, your goals, your self-improvement, your hobbies, your growth. When she sees you evolving, she becomes inspired to support you, not control you. 3. Provide emotional safety. The modern woman's deepest need. A lasting relationship is not built on finances alone. It is built on emotional safety. When a woman feels safe with you, she becomes softer, more feminine, more supportive, more loving, more loyal. But emotional safety requires daily consistency. Don't threaten to leave during arguments. Don't emotionally disappear for days. Don't use silence as control. Don't break trust with lies. Don't switch behaviors with mood swings. A woman stays when she feels emotionally protected. A woman leaves when she feels emotionally unguarded. Your steadiness is the foundation of her security. Number 4. Keep the relationship fun. Seriousness without joy kills connection. Love dies when the relationship becomes boring, predictable, or suffocated by routine. Men often forget this. You don't need money to make a relationship exciting. You need creativity. Take walks together, cook together, try new experiences, laugh, play, tease each other, create memories that make her feel alive. A relationship without joy becomes a responsibility instead of a connection. A man who keeps the spark alive keeps the love alive. And 5. Maintain masculine presence. Not just physical, but mental. Being in the same room doesn't mean you're present. Presence means putting the phone down when she speaks, giving her your full attention, showing interest in her thoughts, being mentally available, being emotionally awake. A woman knows when your mind is somewhere else. She also knows when you are genuinely there with her. Masculine presence is a form of love that cannot be faked. 6. Lead with stability, not control. A relationship lasts when the man leads with strength and humility. This means you take responsibility, you stay calm in storms, you make decisions with wisdom, you listen before acting, you don't dominate, you guide, you don't force your way, you model the way. A woman follows a man she respects, not a man who tries to dominate her. Leadership is influence, not intimidation. 7. Never stop communicating with honesty. Truth keeps love alive, lies kill it slowly, then suddenly. Be honest about your feelings, your stress, your needs, your boundaries, your desires, your mistakes. A man who hides his truth eventually becomes resentful. A woman who feels shut out eventually becomes distant. Honesty is connection. Honesty is respect. Honesty is masculine integrity. 8. Fix small issues before they become big problems. Arguments don't destroy relationships, neglect does. Don't let emotional wounds grow, don't ignore tension, don't pretend issues don't exist. The strongest men address problems early, calmly, and directly. You maintain a relationship the same way you maintain a house. If you don't fix the small cracks, the whole structure collapses. BT. Keep yourself improving, become better every year. A lasting relationship is a journey of evolution, not stagnation. A woman loses interest when she feels the man she's with has stopped becoming better. So keep improving. Your body, your health, your finances, your emotional intelligence, your communication, your habits, your confidence. Become a man who grows through the decades, not a man who fades through the years. 10. Love her in her language, not only in your own. Men show love through actions. Many women feel love through words, attention, reassurance, touch, affection, or presence. Learn her language, speak it often, show her in ways she can receive. This is not weakness, this is emotional mastery. A man who speaks his woman's love language becomes unforgettable. The final truth of a lasting relationship. A relationship doesn't last because two people are perfect. It lasts because two people choose each other every single day, not through force, not through fear, not through insecurity, but through consistency, respect, peace, emotional intelligence, mutual effort, masculine leadership, feminine trust, daily love. Every day is a choice. Every choice builds or breaks the relationship. A strong man chooses intentionally. A wise man chooses with clarity. A masculine man chooses with love, not weakness. Now reflect for a moment. What daily habit do you think matters most in maintaining a relationship that lasts? Share your thought below. Your wisdom might help another man reading this. Brother, If you listen to everything in this video, then you are not an ordinary man. You are a man who wants to grow, lead, love with strength, and build something that lasts far beyond temporary feelings. We live in a world where men are constantly criticized, misunderstood, and told to be strong without ever being taught how. No one teaches men emotional intelligence. No one teaches men how to communicate their needs without losing their masculinity. No one teaches men how to choose the right woman or how to become the right man. But here, in the Stoic Golden Tribe, we are rebuilding men from the inside out. Because the truth is simple. A healthy relationship begins with a healthy man. Not a perfect man, not a rich man, not a fearless man, but a man who is willing to grow, willing to learn, willing to improve, willing to face the truth within himself. And if you've watched this far, then you are one of those rare men who refuses to sleepwalk through life. You want peace, you want clarity, you want respect, you want a love that strengthens you, not weakens you, a partnership that inspires you, not drains you, a relationship that feels like home, not a battlefield. And brother, all of that begins with the choices you make today, because a relationship that lasts is not built in one moment. It's built daily. It's built through patience, courage, understanding, boundaries, and emotional maturity. It's built when you stop reacting and start leading, when you stop chasing chaos and start choosing peace, when you stop living in fear and start acting with purpose. You are the architect of your relationship. You are the foundation. You are the strength that sets the tone of the entire home. And when you step into your highest masculinity, calm, grounded, wise, and intentional, everything around you transforms. Your woman becomes softer, your home becomes peaceful, your relationship becomes deeper, your life becomes more meaningful, not because she changed, but because you did. And that is the deepest power a man can ever hold, the power to shape his world through the strength of his character. So as you leave this video today, remember this: do not wait for the right relationship. Become the man who naturally creates one. Become the man who communicates with clarity, the man who listens with strength, the man who leads with wisdom, the man who loves with emotional intelligence, the man who honors his purpose as much as he honors his partner. And above everything, become the man who chooses himself first, because only a strong, healed, disciplined man can build a relationship that truly lasts. If this message touched you, if it opened your eyes, if it reminded you of who you are capable of becoming, then do this. Show your support. Like this video. Share it with another man who needs this. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Your words might save someone else. And make sure you subscribe to the Stoic Golden Tribe. And if you want deeper lessons, but the raw, unfiltered guidance I reserve only for men who are serious about changing their lives, then join the membership. It's for men who want to become unstoppable, unshakable, and unforgettable. Men who want to master relationships, masculinity, communication, purpose, and inner peace on a higher level. This tribe is your home, your sanctuary, your brotherhood. Thank you for watching. Thank you for growing. Thank you for choosing to become the man you were always meant to be. Until next time, stay strong, stay grounded, stay wise, and always walk like the man you are becoming.